Yeah.
Wow, that was...
All
You actually
right.
counted to 3 this time.
I did. Oh, I'm so loud. Wait, hold on.
You are pretty loud, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I fixed
And
it.
it
now
did
you're too
sound
quiet.
a little bit like you were standing in
What
a
about now?
rainstorm.
Ooh.
Maybe a little higher.
Hold on, wait.
Oh.
What about right now? Hey, hi. Ooh, hello.
That's
What
good.
if I...
like
Okay,
Hey,
cool.
yeah.
That
And if I
sounds
get
great.
really excited, I'll do this.
Do you want
And I'll come back
to
here.
try to do Jim proud and hit us with a little Fangs Fogarty?
Fangs Fogarty.
Too close to the mic, but a good effort.
Little,
Damn it. All right.
little too close.
Well, I did also cut my hands around the mic, so if I just did like
Oh yeah,
Fangs Fogarty.
there it is.
That was a little... Yeah, that was a
All
little
right.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, God, I'm just some chump. You know, I'm not the master. So
Yeah,
I can't.
you're not the one. You're not the one who knocks.
I'm not the one what knocks. You know what I mean?
Wait, what's the one what knocks? Is that... Did I...
That was a Breaking
No.
Bad
memory hole something?
thing.
Yeah, it's a Breaking Bad thing.
Oh, okay, great. I didn't watch Breaking Bad.
I didn't watch up to the one what knocks, but I did watch a little bit of it, and it makes my friend Rhea very mad that I didn't finish it. Sorry.
Do
Rhea,
not
But you don't
sell
listen to this, so.
My husband, marijuana.
Lady, what?
What? Okay.
Okay. Oh man.
It was a very grim show, but it did have some very funny moments also.
Yeah, they knew how to sprinkle in the
Yeah.
comedy or the
I think
lightheartedness.
that
in there.
Burba occupies the same space in my brain as like The Wire and True Detective, where like
Oh yeah.
everybody is like, "Oh my god, it's the best thing that's ever happened." And I watched an episode of it and was like, "Nah, this isn't for me."
I was gonna say, if that's the cultural zeitgeist, then you're almost guaranteed Jim hates it.
Yeah, because Jim hates everything that's slightly good.
They just weren't for
They're
me.
just not for you.
Yeah, it's fine.
I will say,
It's okay
True
to-
Detective, hit or miss. The Wire, I've never watched, and I probably never will.
I think
neither.
they're all just relentlessly too bleak for me,
Yep.
Yeah, that's totally
That'll
fair.
do it. Yeah, that'll do it.
and I just can't. My life is already relentlessly bleak. I can't
I
have
can't
that
take
in
more
my
of that
media.
I don't want to
Yeah.
watch more
Like-
of that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Breaking Bad was watching two people just destroy each other.
Yeah, you watch a
And-
marriage fall apart, and then also meth is being cooked in the background. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Well,
I don't
and
want to
then-
take 6 years to watch people self-destruct. Instead, I'm going to take 7 years to watch people self-destruct with fucking Riverdale.
Heyo,
God damn it.
Hey.
baby,
Bang,
baby.
bang, boom. Well, we're speedrunning it, Tim. You don't have to devote the full 7 years, you know?
Yeah, it's only
Oh
like
god,
2.
it's going to feel
Or
feel
3.
like 20.
God, we started. Wait, did we start this shit in 2020, Mom? We started
I-
this in 2020, didn't we?
I think, didn't we? It was 21, I think, by the time we actually got it off the
Oh.
ground.
No, because Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. I thought it was 2020, but we might have been too consumed
I don't know.
by the global panini.
Yeah,
to-
well, I was super busy, like, turning into a banana slug and pickling myself.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Dev-
No. I just looked. The first episode of this podcast came out August 18th, 2020.
No shit.
Wow.
We really
Yeah.
did. We did something.
We did, in fact, do something. Also, that first episode has, like, 1,000 downloads, which is nuts. So thank you for that. Oh, my God. What?
Wait, here's a little behind
Is
the scenes
that
peek.
higher than the average?
I mean, yeah, it's the most downloaded one because it's the first episode.
Oh yeah, and people listen to that and they're like, "Oh fuck no."
Yeah.
Delete that shit immediately.
Whoa, dude.
We did record about 4 different versions of that first episode to try to figure out
Yes.
what the hell we were doing.
Well, we tried to record it the first time, and it was like, all right, Mom watched 3 whole episodes, and it took forever. And then
Yeah,
I didn't
and-
set up the mics right. Ugh.
Well, also, I didn't take notes, and I was like, I have to recite this scene by scene, or I will forget what happened.
You must let me tear this house down to the studs. And let me redecorate, or I will go insane.
And I will take you with me. A forever
I'll
mood.
take you. Yeah.
God, Catherine O'Hara is such a gem. Everything she does is perfect.
I'm going to create a podcast that is so
So fucking. Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah,
don't even know what that meme is from.
it's from Glee.
You can.
Fucking Glee.
I will listen. I will
Another
die on
garbage
this hill.
television show that I never got into.
Wow, dude.
The first season of Glee was a very different show, and not bad. Then it got weird and bad. Listen, I still continued to watch it, but the first season, they were doing something else.
Okay.
They had the mojo. They had,
Yeah,
you know.
I feel like maybe we've talked about this, but maybe it's just because I talked to you two a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the love of God,
overlap.
the Glee Club's name was Nude Erections.
Wow.
Oh, I like that.
Yep.
That's a good start.
That is a really good start. Fuck.
And
wow.
like in the first season, the shop teacher had an accident and cut off his thumbs, and then they made him a cake that was 2 thumbs up.
Jesus Christ.
There was some stuff in that
Wow.
first season that was just
Shit,
like,
dude. Oh.
New Directions
Damn.
is giving me Pitch Perfect a cappella group name The Minstrel Cycles.
yeah. There were some
That's Gail's
moments,
group from when she was in college.
Yep.
for sure, in the first
that is
season where you're
unfortunate.
like, this could be fun. And they didn't carry through with that absolute nonsense energy.
How dare.
Directions is so good.
Yeah.
And the best part is, they were stuck with that for the rest of the seasons.
They were stuck with like the one good decision that the show made.
Yep. Yeah, the
That
Glee
was
Club
the
couldn't
glimmer of
change
hope.
its name. Are you
Yeah.
kidding?
Fantastic.
Wow.
All right. Should we?
Oh, I guess we're talking about good shows again. We gotta stop doing that.
Well, I don't know
No,
about
we
good
can't.
shows.
We can't.
We're just talking about
Other shows.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we'll just start doing the thing, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's start the podcast.
Such an enthusiastic cold open.
Yeah.
Give the people
right.
what they want.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we go. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt.
I'm Matt's mom.
And I'm Matt's friend.
And this is a Riverdale runs through it. I'm not doing that. It's a podcast with Pep. This isn't a morning show. Come on.
A podcast with Pep.
Or a radio play.
Bringing you
It's
that morning zoo energy.
It's where my mom. No, I'm not doing that. That's so much energy. Oh God! Right off the rip too. Shit. He's gripping it and ripping it. It's where my mom and my friend regale me with tales from the CW's Riverdale, one episode at a time.
Wow, that was a lot of rhyming.
Well, I'm a poet and didn't even know it, Jim.
It's because your toes
I'm
are
on a roll.
Longfellows.
I'm on a roll and it's taking a toll. So we.
I have toes.
For
now.
For now. We'll get you a cake.
Neuropathy.
We'll get you a cake that says just keep you on your toes, you know? Anyway, it's a show about Riverdale and how bad this shit is. And that's about it, you know? Yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank. Today's kind of a shitty weather day, so my vibes are all weird.
Is it shitty weather? It was okay here. Overcast,
no, it's
but
like
It's
it's just like
raining.
Nice
overcast
temperature.
and gross, and also like, you know, I just got done with my work week, so I'm like, you know, a deflated
I'm mostly
bouncy
upset
castle.
that on Friday, when like half of North America could see the aurora borealis, it was raining here.
Yeah, it was raining in the Poconos too, where I
So
probably
I-
could have
I-
seen it, but
I didn't get to see any auroras.
yeah, not of a peek through the
They
clouds.
they would have been visible here, I believe, if
Damn,
not for the clouds.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also
didn't
wish I got to see that,
anything
but-
because I'm not allowed to look at the sky I can only see clouds.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, gotten real good at looking at clouds the past couple weeks. It's been great.
It's a real core competency.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're gonna live in the Northeast, it's a lot of clouds. You know,
Yeah,
all
you
four
just-
seasons, right? But also lots of clouds.
But like not really tornadoes.
No,
Very rarely an earthquake. No alligators. It's
God, we have
almost
so
never
many
on
pros.
fire.
Yeah.
And we're far enough from
definitely-
the ocean that, our real estate's really going to be worth something when the ocean levels rise.
Exactly. People are gonna be
zero-
flooding.
Zero
So-
drop bears also.
Also, no drop bears.
Even in a
Or
rural area where
Nessies.
I live.
Yeah.
Have I
I
told
would
you my
assume-
favorite Loch Ness theory?
Oh, please tell me now.
It's the ghost of a dinosaur.
Oh, it's a ghost of a dinosaur, eh?
Yeah.
Haunting a lake.
Yeah.
Sick.
Okay.
I mean, it kind of looks like a dinosaur. It's kind of like got that. Oh, there's that one that lives in the water but also has a long neck, like a like
Well,
one of those.
there's a
And
Diplodocus, Diplodocus.
oh, it's a diplodocus, but yeah, it's like got the long neck but also the fins.
Yeah.
Hold on, we should just get Aaron on the phone.
Let's.
because
Yeah.
he knows
Hold
all
on.
the-
We gotta
all the
call.
dinosaurs. We gotta call my younger
Call-
cousin.
Yeah. Get him on the phone. Have him tell us
God.
our
Oh,
pronunciations.
you have a
on-
cousin that's still dinosaur age?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I don't think that knowledge will
I'm still
ever
dinosaur
leave him.
age.
Yeah, I think we're all dinosaur age, Jim.
I mean,
Dinosaurs
do I
have-
love dinosaurs? Yes. Do I have an encyclopedic knowledge of dinosaurs like
You
I did
could.
35
could.
years ago? No, I do
Yeah.
not.
You could,
Get back into
for
it.
sure. Yeah.
And
Dust off
plus,
that old book.
everything I knew about dinosaurs 35 years ago is pretty much wrong.
I know. So that's
so,
cool.
science!
What's cool is you now get to learn a bunch of new dinosaur shit.
Yeah. So you can become a dinosaur guy once again.
Yeah.
All I know about dinosaurs is that vegan leather is oil, oil is dinosaurs, and dinosaurs are chicken. So vegan leather is not actually vegan.
It is
Sucks to
actually
Sucks to suck. Oops.
basically impossible to be actually purely vegan. You just can't do
Well,
it.
you have to be. Well, no, because you could be a cannibal. Human meat is the only vegan meat
Oh.
because it has
But
to
the
give
thing
consent.
is, like, how many generations of vegans back would you have to go before you were getting a
It's just
purely
cannibals?
vegan long pig?
Wait, what? Vegan long pig. God, that's such a good lead singer of like an
I
indie
don't-
band. I'm vegan long pig.
I don't know the origin of long pig, but I do know that long pig is like what they call human meat.
Yeah.
What? Long pig is what they call human meat?
Yeah.
Wow. This is not the way that I thought this episode would start, like, at all.
It's pretty weird.
Wow.
Yeah, we're bringing some real Cheryl energy to the open here.
Yeah, just
Should
absolute poorly researched chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
This
God,
is
hey
our whole
Matthew.
shtick. Oh, Jesus. Yes?
Hey buddy.
Oh,
What
hi.
happened? What happened last time?
That's such a good question. There
Thank
was
you.
a dog named Bingo. But that was not his name-o, because that's a
Got him.
human person's name that they thought would be cool to be like a, therapy dog. Because they worked with a Captain Bingo or a Corporal Bingo or a
They did.
I
name
think he
the
was
dog.
private bingo.
Brigadier General Bingo, just to make it, illiterate.
Brigadier
Rear
generals do
Admiral.
not die in war. First of all,
Oh, fair
Because they
enough.
don't go to it. You have to go
they
to
are
it. to
rear
die there.
echelon motherfuckers.
But anyway, Daddy Uncle Frank is like, this dog's gonna help us because also, just a moment of silence for Vegas. Vegas died off screen. And it's really sad.
Shout out to a
Yeah.
real one.
Shout out to a real one. Pour one out for Vegas, please.
Good dude. Good
dog.
boy.
Good boy. Up in heaven now. But then, somebody ends up in the hospital. Oh, I think it's Corporal Jackson because he's paranoid. He's like aiming out windows with guns. He's like getting all PTSD-ified.
He doesn't go to the... Archie has to help get him the services the government should be
Yes.
banging down his door to provide.
Right. And also, Archie keeps denying that he has the PTSD.
Yeah.
But every time he goes to sleep, he has a traumatic
I
nightmare.
don't have haunted brain, he says.
Fully with a haunted brain? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
regular
brain
stuff.
that is so haunted.
Yeah. So the bachelor pad for guys that are cool and fine and good and okay and not stricken with trauma gets a mascot for a little bit, and then they're like, no, we just have trauma. We got
The mascot also has trauma.
And the mascot also has trauma.
It turns out.
He's a perfect fit.
It's a perfect. It's great. It's real great.
It's a perfect fit, except he cannot be reasoned with.
It's like
and has a mouthful of deadly teeth.
It's also like if you almost finish a puzzle and you find the last piece, but it's to a different puzzle. You know what I mean? Sterling was getting really mad there for a second.
Yeah,
well,
Sterling
you can
heard
see
us
a dog.
talking shit about a dog, and he was
Yeah.
upset.
Oh shit!
Sterling can
Sorry,
see a dog
Sterling.
out of the window, and despite having not ever been in a dog fighting ring or in a fake war that is a version of several other wars, he is reacting
As if he would tear off
has
the head.
been.
Yes.
Oh man, the amalgam of all other wars ever.
It's like if each war was a piece of gum and you put all those pieces of gum in your mouth and then spit it on the ground. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's the Yikes Stripes gum.
And then took a
where
shit
you
on
put
it
the
also.
whole pack in your mouth.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you have never put a whole pack of gum in your mouth as a child to be like, I'm going to be so stimulated, then
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
You immediately
Anyway,
regret it and your jaw hurts, but you're like, this is the life I want.
but this is what I want, all the
I
flavor
want-
at once.
Yeah. Surely that will make it last longer. It will not.
Life
Nope.
It
Nope.
will not. Life
Does
is
not. It
fleeting.
just makes it terrible.
Life is fleeting, and all I want is all the flavor. So give it to me now. Anyway, other things that happened in the episode.
Man, he's so tough.
He's so tough, and yet
He's the
like,
toughest boy.
He's like, he doesn't even come up to my fucking knees. You know, this dude. He used to be a wolf. You know, and now he's got the shortest legs of any dog.
Yeah, now
Anyway.
if it rains, he's like, I can't possibly go poop.
Oh, I couldn't possibly go to the bathroom right now. I'll just not.
I have
Anyway.
one dog that I walk that will not do anything if it's raining.
Wow.
And I'm just like,
Damn.
why do you summon me to walk your dog if it's
That's
raining out? You know,
such a
you know
move,
she
though.
does not want to go outside, and if she goes outside, she will never pee or poop. She won't even pee.
Wow.
Like, we'll go outside, she'll get wet, she will not pee or poop, she'll go back in the house, and she'll just be miserable until tomorrow.
Cool.
That's just
Wow.
what life is.
Because she also won't pee or poop in the house, which is, I guess, good.
That is good. I guess. But
And
in
she's
the
just got to hold it
context-
for 24
Yeah,
hours.
she's just gonna hold it till she can go. That's rough. RUFF. Anyway, they
Ha.
Reggie and Veronica do a posh and I can't remember.
Pearls and Posh. I just hate it
Pearls
so
and
much.
Posh. Right, because she wears Daddy Pearls and her alter ego's Monica Posh. That sucks, by the way.
Your investment firm should not have a weird ass vanity name, okay?
No.
It should be named like John J. Astor's Fuck the Poor Private Equity Fund for Making You Money LLC. Okay, it should not be.
LLC, PhD.
Yeah, remember
Esquire.
FDIC, except that we hide this from the
MD.
government. Yeah.
Good God.
It should not be named Pearls and Posh. That is the name of a nail salon.
Yeah. For real. That's nuts.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Can I take a moment here to take us on a small journey?
Oh, man.
Love it.
Yes. Of course.
It's gonna be great. I got my haircut last week, and in the same mini mall as my haircut factory, there's a Panera, which I will go to occasionally as time allows. When I get a haircut,
Of course.
I'll just stop in Panera. And so I'm looking over their menu, and a lot of different things on it say "enhanced" with little stars around it. And I'm like, what? How could this recipe possibly have been enhanced? It has been enhanced by removing core ingredients to streamline their supply chain. So they no longer have smoked Gouda on any items because it used to be on the bacon turkey Bravo. They no longer have gorgonzola cheese that used to be in the Fuji apple salad, because those were things that were unique to those two menu items. So anything that was only in one menu item was removed from the menu and replaced by something else that was already shared by more than one item. And that is enhanced. And I'm like, wow, why is this bullshit happening to Panera? It turns out they were acquired by private equity a couple of years ago.
There it is.
And so their whole company is ruined. Enjoy, folks. This is also why Red Lobster is going out of business. They were acquired by private equity.
Good
But,
God.
you know, I looked to see if there was a Red Lobster near me closing so I could go buy a bunch of, like, Red Lobster booths or whatever in the auction.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what, Pennsylvania has a certain vibe that it brings to the function of the greater Northeast region. And that vibe is, we're keeping our goddamn Red Lobsters.
Oh, great.
An iron grip on the Red Lobsters.
The only Red Lo that was near me closed a decade ago. And has been 7 other restaurants since then. It was in a terrible location that no one ever wanted to go to.
Look, I don't want to upset anybody, but Red Lobster is a bad restaurant, and it is not a loss to any of us that it closed.
No, it is not.
But the
It
Cheddar Bay biscuits.
It
They're
existed
bad.
for so long, and it brought seafood to, like, a lot of people in America that may not have otherwise experienced much of it. But man, I won't miss it.
No.
No.
All right, so Matthew, you were talking. Oh yeah, Pearls and Posh.
Pearls and Posh, and then they steal Bad Daddy's investors for Sodale because it's fake. Because Bad Daddy wants palladium. He's got his
Palladium.
2 pointer fingers together, like palladium.
Palladium.
Palladium, please.
Ooh, woo.
Woo. Palladium, please.
Oh,
Notice me, Palladium
Fuck.
Senpai.
Oh, no.
What was that?
No, was
That
too far.
goddamn Zoomer bullshit you said last week.
No. Oh, the fucking Ohio Skibidi toilet Ohio is. Fucking Jesus. That
I
killed
still
me.
don't know what skibbity toilets means, and
Listen,
I'm not gonna learn. Goddamn
Nobody
it.
does, Jim. Nobody does. Some fucking 4-year-old said it one time, and everybody was like, "This is the funniest shit ever." And like, oh, Jesus
God.
Christ.
I refuse to learn anything about it.
Fucking hate it, dude. Anyway,
I shan't.
I don't remember what. Oh no, wait. Betty tried to get a trucker arrested, but it turns out that Glenn was in the back of the truck.
Yeah,
little
she got
sting.
arrested.
She got arrested while trying to make an arrest. And then it like, there was like a chainsaw involved. Like they were doing a hit, and somebody did a hit with a chainsaw. That's about all I
Betty
remember with.
whipped a wrench at the guy and hit him right in the face.
Oh
And
yeah.
knocked him out cold.
Dodge a
And
wrench.
then
You can
Tabitha
dodge a
was
ball.
like-
Dodge a wrench.
Obviously, we take this guy to the cops. And Betty was like,
No, hostage.
yeah, can I keep
Hostage.
him?
Aw, can I keep him?
Can I keep him?
Wow.
Just like Hiram.
And then they
she was like,
they-
please.
Please. Oh my god. And then do they? I can't remember if they like interrogate him and find something out. I really
No, not yet.
dropped the
No,
ball.
there was the
No,
whole
not
Coyote
yet,
Ugly
not yet.
thing where they were
Oh,
they
right.
were all, I can't go kill truckers in the woods anymore, so I have to bring them here and violate their
Oh.
privacy to do crimes on them.
Yes. Yes.
He did try to kill her with a chainsaw that again started in the first pull.
Which was which is
Which-
a little bit too much of suspense of disbelief. You know,
It's not realistic.
maybe it's a new one though. Andy's really buff. Anyway,
Yeah, chainsaws are not light.
Cheryl tries to get Kevin into sticky Christianity.
Oh yeah, that's what
Sticky
else.
Christianity.
Yeah, the maple. Yeah.
Maple Church,
Maple
Sap
Church.
Jesus, and Sticky Christianity.
Sticky Christianity
Well, there's
is
also-
very good.
There's also Latter Day syrup. So,
Oh.
That one's a little
Well,
weak. I'm gonna be honest. That one's.
Yeah, I mean they don't super give me a Mormon vibe. They're
No.
not going door to door.
No, it's sticky Christianity. But Kevin, having experience with cults before is like, it's giving me the ick. I'm good, thank you, goodbye.
Until he goes all in.
Until and then he
Wait, I
comes
get to
back,
sing?
and then-
Fuck yeah!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kevin
get to
has
direct again?
a quarter life crisis where he's like, well, church is basically theater camp.
Well, he's not wrong.
And it's guaranteed audiences, and Kevin
Yeah.
needs an audience.
He always needs an audience. And Jughead's not in this one because he's in New York righting his wrongs. Right?
Yeah.
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 That's about all I remember.
The last time
Yeah.
we saw Jughead, he disappeared into a truck on the lonely highway.
Yeah.
And as far as we know, he's just missing.
Yeah, he was
that
always in
sounds
New
right.
York.
Who knows? Who cares?
Yep.
Jughead sucks.
I say just keep him off the show.
Yeah. So, season 5, episode 14, would have been 11, is called The Night Gallery. There's not really a
Ooh.
movie called The Night Gallery, but there was like a Rod Serling anthology that had like one of the first things directed by Steven Spielberg was in it. It was one of the 3 little stories they told. So that's kind of cool.
Is that the one with the plane with no wheels?
No.
That sounds like a children's book.
It had 3. It wasn't.
That must be one of those other Rod Serling shows, like a revival of what's it called? What's the Rod Serling show? Why can't I think of it?
The Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone. Yeah, they did like a Twilight Zone movie, and Steven Spielberg directed the bit of it that was about like a B-29 that lost its wheels.
So it can't land?
Oh, yeah.
So it can't land,
So
but then it like
Legend
deploys these
says-
cartoon wheels and lands safely.
Legend says it's still
I just
alive
ruined
to
it for
this
you.
day.
It's 40
Son
years
of
old.
a bitch,
So.
dude. Come on.
It's really good.
It's on my list. Damn it.
Also, Cheryl says the phrase "the Night Gallery" almost immediately
Yeah.
Awesome.
Of course she
in
does.
this.
There's no Jughead voiceover.
There's
again?
no Jughead voiceover. This episode of television is it's just kind of like standard. Whoops, we're into the second half of the season. We got to move the plot along. Mess.
Perfect.
Could they have had more time if they didn't devote an entire episode to Hiram?
Oh, maybe.
Lying about how he came to Riverdale, because I won't stop screaming about this. He came to Riverdale for prison.
For prison, not
For
for
prison?
palladium.
Okay, he didn't get arrested and serve time for Palladium. He came there for prison, but whatever.
Yeah.
He came
Yeah,
there for
there's-
prison.
There's also definitely no palladium in Rochester or
Rockland
not
County.
Rochester, Rockland County,
Yep.
Good
or
God.
mining of any kind for that matter.
So, but this episode starts, ooh, it's a dark and stormy night. We got Minerva,
Oh, of course it is.
whom we last saw running immediately away from Thornhill because Nana was like, well, we should kill her to get the curse off of us.
Yeah, let's murder the Asian lady.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
But our favorite Bicon is back.
Yep.
Perfect.
She comes into the house and she's immediately like, people know that I am here. Okay?
Yes.
So I've shared my location. If you try to kill me, people will know.
Excellent.
What I wrote down here is that Minerva would rather be in the woods with a bear than Cheryl right now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. People would believe her if she told them a bear attacked her.
Yeah. Cheryl is like, I would never.
It's also bear
Minerva.
season in New Jersey.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Bear season.
Yeah, for like a short time in the spring before they start having babies, there's like bears going wild in New Jersey finding food.
Oh, you're not joking.
Oh no, I am not joking.
Oh, okay.
Like in northern New Jersey, like black bears come out and start going through people's trash like crazy in like May and June.
Jesus.
It is fucking wild.
Wow.
There's little black bears like all over the local news for several weeks in the end of the
Jesus.
spring.
They're just wow. New Jersey
it's
just lousy
bonkers.
with bears for a little bit.
Yeah, like for just a little bit of time when the weather starts to get warm every year.
They're out and about, but there's
it's
not
real weird.
a lot of food available in the
like-
woods. It's like way easier to
yeah.
eat trash.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hey, boo boo.
So they get struck in trees in people's backyards because they're afraid of dogs.
They're afraid of dogs.
Oh yeah, dogs are terrifying if you're a small black bear. Like a black bear isn't that big.
Oh, a black bear. You're right. Black bears aren't that bad. I could take one in a fight for sure.
I grew
They
up
probably
on a
would just run
farm,
away from you. I don't think they're gonna attack you.
Yeah.
and we had an outside farm dog that had had a house, etc., and was attached to said doghouse. Was chained up, and that dog treed a bear across the road from where it was.
Wow.
Yeah, bears
So the
bears are
bear-
scared of dogs.
Had space to go, but instead
Well, bear doesn't
stayed in that
bear doesn't
tree
understand a dog chain.
all night. Yeah,
Wow.
Doesn't know. He just sees a dog over there. He's like, I'm not getting out of this
I'm not
fucking
doing
tree.
that.
That dog is gonna get me.
yeah, that dog's loud AF. Cheryl Demures, she's like, I would never, Minerva. My nana
No,
is
she calls
whack.
her Min Min, which I
No,
hate.
but I was not going to say that.
I'm sorry.
No.
It left such a bad taste in my mouth. I had to
No, thank
I
you.
had to vomit it into the wind.
So I would listen. I know my nana said that, okay, but I wasn't going. Obviously, I wasn't going to sacrifice you. So, like, can't we make up?
I give it 2 episodes before Cheryl kills her.
But
We'll see.
that would be amazing.
2-3 episodes tops before Minerva is dead at Cheryl's hand.
The show says that Minerva moved in with Jonathan. Minerva says, "Please, your grandmother wanted to kill me. I saw a look in your eye, and like, I'm just here for the art." At which point Cheryl says, "Welcome to my little night gallery.
Oh, come on.
Get wrecked."
You didn't even let the tension hang
No.
in the episode for the titular
Just
line. You
immediately.
just said it. Ah, man.
So the setup of this episode is Cheryl shows a mid-portrait of one of the main characters, and then we get a vignette about that character and their struggles.
Oh, man. Oh, it's another fucking vignette episode.
It sucks.
Damn it.
Yep.
I thought we were done with these, dude.
Oh no, this is a
Fuck.
classic format.
Damn it.
This is episode 90 of the show, and it's the second of 3 episodes directed by none other than Madchen Amick, our Alice Cooper.
Oh,
Oh,
So it's the second of 3 episodes she directed. Good for her.
hey, cool.
okay. So the
Wow,
first,
that was. Oh, boy.
the first thing we
Hey,
got.
listen,
is
the direction isn't bad, just everything about it is
everything
bad.
about it. Yeah, she wasn't working with their best material. That's for sure. The first painting is a
Like,
painting of
she can point a camera at scenes and get performances out of people.
This explains there are, especially in the Archie portion, some camera shots that I was like, what is going on here? Why are we doing this? And not saying good or bad, just like different,
Just going for it.
non-standard for the show. So that explains it.
The first one she directed was Killing Mr. Honey,
Ah.
the fake
Really?
end of season 4.
Yeah. So our first painting is a painting of Archie. He's in a mine. He's got no shirt on.
Of course not.
Wow.
You know,
We don't believe
What?
in PPE.
you're not going to get a sunburn underground.
Yeah, definitely not. Also,
Okay.
not gonna mine palladium with a pickaxe.
Well, you don't know, Jim. Have
There's
you
a
mined
lot
palladium
about
before?
this. Yeah, Jim, tell us about your palladium mine experience.
Yeah. Yeah, bud.
What you got?
Before it
None?
collapsed like they do.
You should be in peak. Where do you live? You're like in
The
the
fuck
palladium
is this?
zone.
1860? You don't mine anything with a pickaxe. It's a fucking industrial process with giant diesel machinery. God damn it. You tear down a whole fucking mountain to mine palladium. You don't do it with a goddamn pickaxe by hand.
Not with that attitude, Jim.
Yeah. Sounds spoken like somebody who's never mined palladium, I think.
This is the year of our science, 2021. Mining is done in the most aggressive and obnoxiously environmentally bad way possible, no matter what. Oh, God damn it.
Anyway, you got to get it out now, Jim, because we don't have time.
If there was 1 ounce of palladium under Riverdale, the entire place would be a fucking toxic smoking crater.
I'm just thinking about the Gowanus Canal. All right. Cheryl says that this painting is about a hero haunted by his past and plagued by his present. And I just wrote down, yeah, aren't we all? Like, who among us, okay, is not?
Oh, my favorite thing about this episode is that there is no way for Cheryl to know any of the information that she is relating in any of these stories that is told in any of these paintings. Because they're all like inner monologues of characters that she has no access to.
You don't know. She could have surveillance equipment all over this town.
And also be psychic.
Yeah, why
She is
not?
the Spider Queen. She's related to Nana Rose, so she's also got magic blood.
I guarantee you, they will never go back and tell us how Cheryl got all this information for these paintings.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, never.
They will not. She's fucking psychic. That's it.
Yeah.
In the last episode, Archie agreed to start seeking treatment for his haunted brain. And so here we have the real Archie really in real therapy, talking about his nightmare with Dr. Winters. She says, sure sounds like you could use a pill for your anxiety. And he says, no, I'm a man.
God damn it.
I'm a man.
So
This
then-
fucking show.
Yeah. Then they talk about EMDR, which is like you have to move your eyes in a way while you're reciting the bad thing that happened, and it helps you separate your emotional response from the thing. This is a real.
Is this like? This is not like acupuncture or
No.
chiropractic. This is a real thing that works.
This is a real thing, and it works. Like all therapy, does it work for 100% of people? No, but EMDR is a studied and approved mode of talk therapy.
Okay, fantastic.
But then they film
good
it in
for
a real
them
weird
knowing
way
literally one thing.
that makes you feel like you're in Get Out, and this is hypnotism, which it is not.
Right, hypnotism is the same as chiropractic and acupuncture.
The exact same.
It's just mainly bullshit. That if it makes you feel better, great, but it's not real.
Bingo the man had a real name. His name was Private Butler. We will never use that name again. Also, by the way.
No, he is Bingo.
He is Bingo, and
That
will
was his
always
name-o.
be. That was in fact his name.
God damn it.
Back at Archie's house, his bachelor pad for guys who are cool and fine and good and fine and good. Archie
and who definitely don't have PTSD.
Yeah, including the dog. Archie and Daddy Uncle Frank and Corporal Jackson and Bingo the dog talk about therapy. Jackson's loving it, and he's taking meds. And Archie says to Jackson, but like, do you have side effects? And Jackson's like, nope. What I have is way less crippling anxiety. Isn't that cool?
I'm free now.
Yeah. At this point, Cheryl enters the house. Did she knock? Of course not. She's Cheryl. The whole town belongs to her. It's a company town.
Yeah.
Cheryl's
Company
company.
town. It's Sticky Dale now.
Cheryl has somehow just now learned that she has the continent's largest deposit of palladium under her property, and she wants them to go mine it. She wants them to go mine it. Cheryl,
Okay.
wants
She needs
these
some bruiser
boys
studs.
to go mine it, right? And so now it's
Bruiser
time for the
studs.
Bruiser Studs Underground.
She does do something here that I like. She makes fun of all of the jobs that
it's
Archie's had this
so
season.
good.
Yes. Okay, they recognize that he's. had
Archie's
two
like, wait a
jobs.
minute, I'm not a
Yeah.
miner, and she
Yeah.
lists all of the other bullshit jobs that he's
Oh.
had. And it
very
made me
good.
very happy. Made me very happy.
I love that that finally it's becoming somewhat self-aware. That like,
It's great.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Cheryl also is back to wearing her spider brooch. Just wanted to point that out. I love it. Because Archie does say,
queen.
I don't know shit about mining. And Cheryl's list is, you have been a soldier, a fireman, a football coach, a teacher, and a bounty hunter. She did forget to mention Punch Camp founder and construction company owner. But,
And vigilante.
Yeah.
Ooh, and vigilante, yeah.
Yeah.
So she skipped 3 of his 9 jobs.
Yeah. It follows that up with, how hard could it be? Turns out Daddy Uncle Frank did mining in Alaska, so he says that this is just reopening an existing mine. They can do it. So now, here we go. Bruiser Studs Down Under. It's red.
Down
Purple
under.
Jackson.
Down under the ground.
Yeah.
Getting a little Bruiser studs in the... They're down under. I'm sorry if anybody from Australia is listening from just that bit, because it's not good. I don't do a good one. I'm sorry.
I mean, at least you didn't say nor.
Oh, don't tempt me, Jim.
No.
Okay, well, now I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna.
Anyway, the Bruiser Studs Down Under. It's Reg, Corporal Jackson, Daddy Uncle Frank, Archie, Fangs, and Kevin.
Of course.
Nana Rose and Cheryl are both there. There is an old-timey mine opening, right?
God
Which
damn
is
it.
like 3 logs stuck into a hill to make a doorway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One of those. Yeah. Classic entrance to a mine.
Cheryl wants to do a blessing because of her stupid church, and Fangs is very clearly not about it.
Thank God.
Cheryl's prayer is, to our brother divine, in entering this dark cavity, please help keep our strapping muckmen safe from harm and danger, and let their great labors lead to even greater riches.
You wrote it down word for word?
Well, it's so insane.
Perfection.
This dark
very
cavity,
insane.
strapping muckmen, followed by, this is going to make me rich? What?
Holy
I mean-
shit. Also, like, venturing into this dark cavity has such big park your carcass energy.
Park your carcass on this virgin ox.
On this virgin ox.
It's impossible for me to hear her prayer and not think, oh, she's talking about butt fucking.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
straight
rough.
up getting rich by butt fucking.
Yeah. Oh, it's
It's
rough.
an insane prayer. And to pray to her brother, I don't know. It was a lot. Yeah. I watched with
She's
captions
just gonna
because I
send
wanted to
these
make sure
miners in new directions.
Nice callback, Jim. That was good. I like that a lot.
The boys go in with pickaxes and just start hitting shit.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, then they have lunch. They've taken one of the Andrews construction trailers, I guess, out to the mine site. Okay, listen, quick aside, because So Archie could have given/sold Andrews Construction to Vic like 18 times.
Okay.
But apparently he never did. And he still owns all of the equipment. But he has no money. You could...
Yeah, no, I'm
What?
I'm on board. There's no reason for him still to own any part of Andrew's construction.
Yes! Anyway, in one of these trailers, they have it set up there. They go up for lunch. And then Archie realizes that Kevin's not eating lunch because he stayed in the mine. So Archie goes back down for Kevin. It starts to have haunted brain. He sees Bingo the Man and he has a war flashback. And there's all sorts of noise and like jump cuts and shit. But then there's Kevin and he found palladium.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
So Archie takes the palladium to Cheryl and she says it's a maple miracle. Now go back and do more digging.
What the fuck? Like, how big is the piece of palladium? Is it like Hope Diamond sized, or?
It's a little bigger than the Hope Diamond, but not a lot.
All right, that's a lot of palladium
Yeah.
to some people.
Since Archie had a war flashback in the mine, he goes back to his therapist and is like, but my guys are relying on me, so I must cave and take the pills.
I must. Oh, but I must cave.
Yeah, you have to
'Cause
take
they're
the
in a
pills.
cave.
I'm not taking the pills
Cave.
You're
for
in a cave,
me.
Mom.
Yeah,
You did it.
yeah,
Good
cave.
job.
No, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, he definitely caves.
He's so totally
Yeah.
caves.
Nothing else in this episode is gonna cave. I can tell you that.
No, not at all. Not one cave in all of Riverdale is gonna
Yeah.
be okay. Anyway.
So back to Archie, who's being a real dude about this. Where he's like, the pills aren't for me. They're for the team.
cave.
They're for the
Oh, for the
For the cave.
for the cave. For the cave.
Do it for the cave.
For the
Do it
cave.
for the cave, man.
For the cave. A mine
Your
is a
Scott
mine. Is a
Pilgrim
mine. Is a mine.
reference.
Is a mine. Is a mine. Is a mine. Is a mine. Is a mine.
Oh my god.
For the muckmen. For the muckmen. Sorry, I'm done.
Are you sure?
I am done now. Yes.
All right, so we're back to the Bruiser studs down under, but up top in the office.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, Archie says, "Hey, are Mothmen's real?" What do you guys think?
I hope they are. Oh boy. Oh,
You
I'm
guys-
getting excited now.
You guys think the Mothmans are real? Fangs heard stories about the Mothmans from truckers because truckers used to work in the mines. Here's the thing that's most fascinating: are there other mines? Because how did Cheryl not know about this mine when Nana Rose obviously had employees working in it?
Uh-huh.
It wasn't
There
that
was a
long ago.
mine that Hiram's dad era where it was played out of palladium, right?
Yeah, but those guys. Oh, I guess. No, because Hiram was like a. Well, yeah. Yeah, I guess. Anyway. The truckers talked about cannibalistic humanoids with big glowing red eyes. I love my favorite thing about Riverdale Mothmans is that they live underground.
Yeah. They don't have big
very,
wings or nothing.
Very, very commonplace for moths.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they come from UFOs in the sky. But once they get
Yeah.
down here, they're immediately like too bright. It's too bright.
Too bright. Ah, no.
They're like
Yeah.
they're like
No.
chufos, cannibalistic humanoid underground flying objects.
Wow, dude. That used
is
like
my favorite
20%
kind of
of my
cryptid.
brain. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Back down in the mines, Archie hears Jackson yelling, but nobody else seems to. It's Molman's.
What?
He got haunted brain.
Hey.
Maybe it's
Molman's?
Mothman's. It could be Mothman's. I forget
okay.
sometimes when I'm taking notes that in this universe, Mothmans live underground. Archie got a haunted brain. So
Ah, shit.
he then immediately goes and physically threatens his therapist and accuses her of drugging him because she works for Hiram.
Oh,
So that's
right.
good.
That's another thing that I really hate about this episode. Like, hey, let's teach the people who are stupid enough to enjoy this show. I'm sorry, anyone who's stupid enough to enjoy this show. Let's teach them that therapy is bad. And
Yeah.
that'll be great for humanity.
That'd be so cool.
A great many people enjoy this while understanding that it's garbage. I don't think we have to say they're stupid.
You are correct.
That was maybe a bridge too far, buddy.
Perhaps. And yet, the show is still trying to teach them that therapy is bad for you. And I hate that.
Well, but the story's not over. Archie then goes home. To his
You're
bachelor
right.
pad
They have to cross another bridge too far before they get
Yeah.
back to therapy being okay.
for guys who are good and fine and good and fine and good. And he tells Jackson, "You must quit therapy and your medicine." And Jackson says, this isn't the army, actually, and you're not my boss, and you should
Yeah.
maybe take a pill, I think, actually.
You're not my
funny,
dad and
Funny
take a
thing
pill.
about this rant is it makes me think you should take a pill. And then they just casually mention that, boy, war really fucked him up.
Jesus. All right. We gotta really hammer that point home.
Yep. Back in the Bruiser studs down under up top office, Daddy Uncle Frank
Heyo.
says,
They're not on their home turf of Dan Unda.
yeah.
Down under.
Dan Unda.
I
Daddy,
cannot do a good Australian accent.
Guess what, Jim? If the words aren't down and under, I can also not do it. I can also not do it.
Oh man.
Daddy Uncle Frank says that Archie should not go down under today. What he should do is payroll.
Ooh, fun. Oh, an administrative job.
Yeah, for whatever reason, what Archie takes this to mean is he should go outside, set up a fire pit, and then hang a kettle over that fire pit start cooking lunch, I guess.
God damn it.
Wow.
Like,
That's
literally go
payroll?
get
Are they getting paid in sandwiches?
takeout
What?
from Pops.
In soup?
What is going on?
What the fuck?
He's paying these miners in Woims.
In what?
In Woims.
Oh, I see. I see.
Then he's
gonna
cooking
make
them up in a
fucking-
stew.
Is he making hardtack too? Like, are these cowboys?
Paid in Woims.
The fuck?
He's out by the fire. He starts to hear noises like dogs barking and gunshots. So he runs underground, and everyone is losing their minds.
Uh-oh.
Archie has Reg take Kevin and Fangs and get out. Then we got Jackson and Daddy Uncle Frank are going to tussle because Jackson thinks Daddy Uncle Frank is the devil. But apparently it's gas and everybody needs to get out.
Ooh, somebody ripped a really gross
Oh, wait
fart.
until you find out what gas it is. It made me so angry.
Oh, wait, is it Krypton gas?
It should have been.
Is it a noble gas?
It could have been literally any made-up gas, and it would have been fine. But
Cheryl-
instead, they picked a real gas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
It does have these side effects. Cheryl
It
is
does not have these side effects.
so mad because they're not mining, and Daddy Uncle Frank says they're getting carbon monoxide poisoning and it's making everybody hallucinate. And Cheryl's like, well, then set up a big fucking fan and get a bird. Make me my money.
Hallucination, not a symptom of carbon monoxide poisoning. It makes you tired, dizzy, makes you weak, and then it just kind of makes you die. Does not make you see the devil and fight your friends. Like, it's just not how that works.
That is correct.
There are for sure other gases they could have inhaled that would make them, like, maybe have hallucinations. But it's not carbon monoxide. Sorry.
Archie, having learned that his hallucinations were because of weird underground gases and not because of medically studied and approved prescriptions provided to him by the VA, goes to Dr. Winters and explains and apologizes, and he says he's seeing every man who died under his command, and he is, because they're all standing behind her.
Yeah, super
God.
100 brain. They're all in World War
Sick.
II outfits.
Yeah, of course. Well, because of,
He was in war for so long.
he was in war for so long.
Yeah. Yeah, he also, I think in this scene or earlier, mentions how he let that other guy die in no man's land while he was in a foxhole, and those are two different wars.
Sure.
Because there's
Just how it is.
not foxholes in World War One. There's foxholes in World War Two. There's not really foxholes after World War II because the way you fought wars changed. Like,
Yeah, well,
God damn it, this fucking show. Know anything about anything. That's all I ask.
They're just not going to.
They're so aggressively ignorant about
They're just-
any
yeah.
facts.
Jim, they're just gonna make him kiss, okay? They're just gonna make him kiss and move on.
That would be,
That's
that would
like
be
the
fine.
whole deal with this show. Is they're just gonna make him kiss and have everybody forget about all the other shit, and bam, done.
Done. Archie's therapist is like, actually don't feel safe around you. You had a chance at therapy and you blew it so bad.
Wow. So okay, the first therapist in Riverdale in forever is like, oh, you're too much of a hard case.
Well, she is a VA therapist.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I
We
don't
did it.
think it's unreasonable for your therapist to be like, hey, you tried to attack
Barged in
me.
and physically assaulted me.
Maybe it's not safe for you to see me
yeah.
ever again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe an individual session ain't it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been recording for almost an hour and we have made it to the title
Oh.
card.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's go.
Riverdale.
Riverdale.
So that was the first one. We're back in the night gallery with Minerva and Cheryl.
What?
The
Come
next
on.
painting is Betty surrounded by eyes. Not sets of eyes, like two eyes. The individual
right.
eyes
Oh, fun. Not
God
creepy at
damn it.
all.
at different angles. And she's holding a chainsaw.
All right.
And Betty says it is inspired by her cousin who is wrestling with the question of who is the true monster.
So, like, when would Archie sit down with Cheryl and be like, oh, here's the story of the time I got fake carbon monoxide poisoning and went crazy?
Listen, there is a world where Cheryl could say, okay, explain to me what happened.
Yeah. But this next part where Betty, like, goes completely off the deep end, totally reasonable for her to share all of these sins with somebody else. Perfectly understandable that she would, like, describe her crimes in detail.
It's not like she keeps... Okay, listen, I will say this. It's not like she keeps her crimes super secret.
No, you're right, she does not.
Her crimes are a group effort. Like, she could have started a fucking scrapbooking club or something.
Oof.
But instead...
I'm gonna love, by the end of this season, when all of her, like, kidnapping and torture and letting a dude die tied to a tree and him never being seen again, when all of that is forgotten and she's made, like, the king of the FBI because she solved some Mothman crime... Like, I can't wait for that to happen. I'm going to be so thrilled.
At which point Glenn will resign.
Like, the FBI doesn't currently have a king, but it's going to be Betty.
I bet they do.
Betty of the FBI.
She's going to be elected king of the FBI by the end of this season.
Hey, Siri.
She's going to get, like, a purple FBI robe.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Oh,
nice purple FBI robe with, like, a fluffy crown. Like, it's going to be amazing. And she's going to sing a song about how cool the FBI is.
It's going to be like the outfit that Max, from Where the Wild Things Are, has, where he's got like the, it's like that big onesie.
This prediction is getting more outlandish, but we are definitely Babe Ruthing it here.
Yeah, we got that. We got that baseball bat on the shoulder pointing out to the outfield.
Yeah, it's
she
called
is
manifesting.
Absolutely.
Look it up.
Yeah. Absolutely going to be a real FBI agent by the end of this season without ever finishing the academy. And despite like the many felonies she's committed in this season, from lying about being a member of the FBI to literally everyone in town, and like kidnapping and torturing multiple people. She's absolutely going to be an FBI agent by the end of the season.
What I like about this is you never once said human FBI, which really keeps the gates open for Betty to become king of Mothman or Molman FBIs.
Holy shit. FMI? Federal Mothman of Investigation?
I love that in the universe of Riverdale, you have to specify human FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You think Mothmen are flying through space to get here and they don't have a judicial system? I doubt it.
They have to have sent sleeper agents before to prep the planet, okay?
Yeah. There has to be a system in place. Okay, so we've got Betty's story. I'm gonna listen. Archie's was like so bonkers. Betty's actually I thought she was gonna take the guy to the bunker, because that's where everybody takes everybody. But instead, Betty takes this trucker she's kidnapped illegally to the high school and chains him up in the shop class garage area.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. That's where you take a guy to kidnap and torture them.
Oh my god.
He, at one point, says, if you're with the FBI, why am I in a shop class? I have rights as a U.S. citizen. And she says, you're not in the U.S., you're in Riverdale.
Well, that's just...
God, I fucking hate it.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Oh, I should also tell you, Betty did very politely tell Tabitha to go home and pretend she didn't know shit, which was nice of her. Tabitha doesn't need to be involved in this.
Yes.
This guy that Betty has kidnapped, who tried to kill her with a chainsaw for literally no reason, his character is just, haha, I'm a psycho who's bad.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, you're one of those women. Who hurt you? And then we have a flashback of Betty in the pit at the trash bag killer's house.
Ooh, yeah.
Betty
That
does
trash
do
bag
more
killer.
crimes.
Who do we think the trash bag killer is again? Do we think it's Glenn, or are
I
we?
think we think it's Glenn. Well, you
Okay.
think it's Glenn. For
You think
sure.
it's Glenn. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It obviously can't be Glenn because the show doesn't do that.
Isn't good enough for that.
It's gonna be a character we've never seen before, and who they're like, oh, we knew you, and then like explain how they knew them,
I
and
see.
why it makes perfect sense that he's a trash bag killer, even though there's no possible way that we, the audience, could have known that.
I see. One of them.
Got a real Sherlock Holmes moment there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually just don't care.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
I think
Again,
I think
the
I
show
don't
makes
have
it
a
impossible
guess.
to care
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have a guess because I don't care.
because there's no way to guess.
This
Yeah.
guy is just like, he lies about everything. He's like,
Yeah.
my name's Martin, and she's like, either your name's not Martin or you have a fake ID in your wallet. He's like, okay, well, here's where your sister's bones are, and sends her out to dig up dog bones under a tree in the swamp.
Wow.
Uh,
He's got dog bones. Jesus
he
Christ.
tells her that the story of a rogue FBI agent trying to avenge her sister has gone up and down the lonely highway. Is this true? I don't know. Glenn knew to find her there, so maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Ugh. Not doing so hot, Betty. God.
Yeah, then we got a real incel moment where he says that if he told Betty what she wanted to know, she'd be like every other woman and just throw him away after she got what she wanted.
Well, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Yep.
Blech.
Yeah.
Blech. Gross.
So at one point, Betty's like, well, okay, why do you do these things? Because we're still operating, I guess, under the assumption that he is the person who's been killing women, even though he's done nothing but lie about everything else. So I don't know why we're
Yeah.
believing this thing
I mean, he did go after her with a chainsaw
for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
before she head bonked him with a wrench.
So good. So powerful. Martin says he's doing it to know how it would feel, and that he says it feels no different than hunting with his family because they're not people, they're prey. That is an important line because later Betty's like, oh, he's hunting with his family, there's more of them.
Aha. Oh, shit.
Sure.
Okay.
It's a little scream situation there.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
always a scream.
That's always a scream situation.
I forgot
So Betty,
that-
for whatever reason, is like, what I need to do is humanize Polly to him. So she goes home and gets her mom. When she gets home, Alice is cross-stitching a very photorealistic picture of the twins. Just to remind us that they still exist, I think. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Photorealistic cross stitching is totally a thing.
Yeah.
It is. This is an intense skill. Betty...
It's
Then
not done by
confesses-
like a machine at the mall.
Well,
I mean, people
now.
hand cross-stitch them. I follow a lady on Instagram who hand cross-stitches these, like, 3D renderings of, like, fruit and stuff that
Oh wow,
look
Whoa.
so real. It is crazy.
Damn.
I'm into that.
Yeah, I'm training my
You-
my algorithm when I was like enough birds. I got into like weird art.
Oh man, my fucking algorithm. I had Facebook in a tab on Chrome that was like muted, and I somehow clicked on an ad for compression socks and let the ad run while it was like off, like not the focused tab,
Oh, God.
and it watched the whole commercial for these compression socks, and now every single ad on every browser tab is for compression socks. It is amazing.
Wow.
It
Damn,
is
you really
horrifying.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Like,
That's
because it
nuts.
knew I didn't click off the ad, so it's like, oh, you must have been interested in this. And now every ad on every web page
Yeah.
is for compression socks. It's amazing. Different brands, all different kinds of compression socks.
Damn, you are a connoisseur of compression
Yeah.
socks.
And listen, with the neuropathy, like I could probably use some compression socks.
You do a lot of
But-
walking. It wouldn't hurt you.
But this is
Yeah.
absolutely crazy.
Yeah, wow.
Maybe
All right.
maybe I'll get some
Anyway.
compression socks.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I should look into it.
You know, may your algorithm be kind to you, friends.
Maybe this will be like my feet will do much better. Maybe this is the push that I needed. Is the algorithm help my feet?
There you go.
I need that on a shirt. The algorithm.
Help my feet. Betty comes home and she's even trying to hide it. She's just like, "Hey, Mom, I have unlawfully detained a guy I think killed Polly. And do you want to talk to him, confront him as a grieving mother?" And Alice is like, 100% yes, I do.
Perfect.
So Alice goes to shop class to do a show and tell with old pics of Polly to this guy who's chained up. Not Martin, whose personality is, haha, I'm a murder psycho, just says, "Your daughter squealed like a pig when I slit her throat." So Alice punches him a bunch.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
And then Alice tells her daughter, "As your mother, I give you permission to kill that guy.
Wow.
Go ahead. Do you want me to kill that guy for you?"
Hey, would you?
I mean,
want me to
Alice
kill
has
that guy
killed
for you?
several people, so.
But like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
She's killed several people with no consequences,
Just
so she
straight
is
to
kind
jail.
of the show's arbiter of who deserves to live and die.
I guess so. Yeah. Shit.
Betty's like, "Well, okay, but before
Gandalf's
I murder him in
like,
cold blood."
many people who live deserve death, and many people who die deserve life. Would you give it to them, Frodo? And Alice is like, "Fuck yes, I would,
Fuck yes.
Gandalf.
Yeah, I would.
Fuck
Of course I
yes."
If
my
not me,
God.
then who, you know?
Yeah. And if not now, when?
From
Jesus
each
Christ.
according to their talents.
Damn it.
All
right.
Alice Cooper, Queen of Murder.
So Betty goes back to Not Martin. She's like, "Listen, I know Polly's dead. Please just tell me where she is." And Martin says, like, once again, there's like literally no reason for me to do that. And so then Betty does this whole to the pain speech, like from The Princess Bride,
Oh, yeah.
but with the added bonus of specifying that she will cauterize the wounds after she cuts off the body parts, moving slowly towards the center.
Wow.
She leaves out all of the blood transfusions she'd have to give him to keep him alive, and
Yeah.
like that he would die of shock from like the second time she hit him with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Like this plan is not gonna work, and it's so unbelievably not going to work that it couldn't scare anyone.
Not Martin said, "Did your sister go by Patty instead of Polly?" Betty's like, "Oh my God, yes, you do remember." And he's like, "Nah, never heard of the bitch."
All right, man. Come on.
At which point, we have another flashback to Betty in the trash bag killer pit, and it turns out this whole to the pain speech she's given is the speech the trash bag killer gave her.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
So Betty goes to get, and
So trash bag killer, also pretty dumb.
Yeah. She goes to get the school chainsaw.
Oh, you don't think it was just the chainsaw that she
chainsaw?
got from him trying to use a
No,
chainsaw?
because
on
it was hanging up with all of the other equipment.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I
Wait.
missed that, I think.
That sucks.
Yeah. Betty goes to get the school
So that-
chainsaw.
So the auto shop in the school just has a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
common
Yeah.
tool for small engine repair.
Well, they're also making
Okay.
wooden cars out of
Yeah,
tree
it-
stumps.
Yeah.
And what you love to teach a class full of teenagers is chainsaw techniques.
Yeah. Chainsaw technique, but not chainsaw safety. Just
No.
techniques.
No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Not Martin is already dead when she gets back. He bit off his own tongue and choked on it.
What the fuck, gang?
When she explains this
Wow.
to Alice,
I
she says she's waiting on Dr. Curdle's autopsy report. So what?
yeah.
So how is
Yeah.
this getting explained?
Yeah.
Yeah, how did you
How the fuck?
explain that a guy with like marks from being chained up on his neck and wrists died in your custody by biting off his own tongue
biting
and
off his
choking
own
on it?
tongue
And
and
also,
choking on it.
why do you need an autopsy? You can see exactly
You
how he
know
died.
why
He
he
bit off
died.
his
Yeah.
tongue and
Yeah.
choked on it.
Go
I'm
throw him in
not
the swamp.
gonna. I'm not going to go out here and say that it's not possible to bite off your own tongue and choke on it. I'm sure that it is, but it is an act of will that a character as shitty and meaningless as not Martin, it's just too much for that shitty, meaningless character.
Well, but also,
right? Like biting off your
is, though?
Well, biting off your tongue and choking on it is like such a willful act, like against self-preservation. You have to be a really important character to die that way.
Or just
and this guy just isn't that important. It is absolutely bonkers that the show has decided that this piece of shit is worth a fake death that's that
they couldn't figure out
challenging.
Right? Figure out how else he would kill himself, and his whole personality is, oh, he's so crazy. And so I think that's what they were leading into.
Yeah,
but I get it. The effort it would take to bite off your own tongue it's not quick.
It's not going to be fast. Maybe you're going to get partway through and then be like, nope, this isn't for me.
Yeah, I'm just going to be in pain now, actually.
But like, man,
I bit my tongue a little bit the other day, and I was so sad.
Right? You bite your tongue just a little bit, and it's like, holy fuck. Help.
Yeah. Anyway,
like, oh God. Call an ambulance. Call the fucking Navy. Someone help me.
Call the Navy.
Yeah.
Call the Mothman FBI.
Call the Mothman FBI. They're here for you.
The Chufos.
The Chufos. Oh, shit, man. It's the Chufos.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground flying objects.
Alice does say that she feels better now that not Martin is dead.
What?
Betty says she does, but I don't think she does. Also, she thinks that there's a family of killers hunting together, so this can't be the end of that story. So that's great. Anyway, we made it through the Betty painting in record time.
To real quick go back through my core objection to this episode. Why would Betty ever tell Cheryl the story of how she kidnapped and tortured a guy and let him die in her custody?
Yeah, that's a little...
Why would she ever tell anyone that story?
Yeah.
Why would she take the body to Dr. Curdle? None of this makes any sense.
It's so dumb.
In any reality bound by any human laws.
Yeah.
Specifically, the handing the body over to Dr. Curdle.
Yeah, like that's the dumbest possible thing she could do with a guy that she tortured until he killed himself. Like, just none of this.
Dumb.
And absolutely 6 episodes from now, she's going to be like the greatest FBI in history.
Yeah.
You take him to the police and you say, this guy has been screaming the whole time that he's going to make up this story about how I took him to a garage.
Come on.
And chained him up.
It's just, man, it's getting to be where like all of the characters on this show, every single one, maybe except Tabitha, except kind of also Tabitha, they've abandoned literally any semblance of being a good person utterly.
Yeah.
And they're all just such monstrous, horrible garbage people that it's getting very difficult to watch them.
Well, speaking of garbage people.
Oh, shit.
It is challenging.
Oh, God.
Cheryl's next painting is of Jughead as a Rat King.
Oh, my fucking God. What?
Cheryl describes this as portrait of a young writer caught betwixt fact and fiction, memory and madness, truth and trauma. It is about the stories we tell ourselves to survive and about addiction. And it's then a smash cut to an AA meeting in Riverdale.
Oh,
you know,
so he's back in Riverdale?
He's back in Riverdale. He's taking his recovery seriously.
Or is
because he says that his name is Forsyth Pendleton Jones III, and he's an alcoholic.
Wow. Growth. Look at that. Holy shit.
Then we have his dumb, stupid backstory, okay? Obviously, he started drinking while he was in college in Iowa, but there's nothing else to do there.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah. All of that checks
out. He went to New York. He got his writing agent, the guy that loves the hot dogs so much. And and the agent gave him a bottle of booze, but that's, again, not the origin story because he was already boozing it up too much.
Yeah.
Is that the one scene where we see him not eating a hot dog?
Yes, because they're not at the hot dog truck.
No.
They're in the office. Normally he's at the hot dog truck. When Jughead got the agent, he called Betty, and Betty had a perfectly nice chat with him at that point. So the start of the season where it's like, Betty abandoned me and I hate her and they left. She didn't come to my book launch party.
Yeah. That's just...
They were okay somewhere in between there.
All right, cool.
So he moves to New York, then he gets writer's block, then Jessica gets him maple mushrooms.
Oh, Jesus.
And while he was high, he wrote the 200 pages that turned into his first book. So then he got his advance, and he just drank for a year straight. And he was living with Jessica, but he was still hung up on Betty. And she was invited to the book release party. This is also stupid. I'm so sorry that I have to tell you this.
No, it's...
it's
real dumb.
She was invited
this
to
is
the release
definitely...
party.
Of 3 really bad vignettes, this one is, like...
It's
man.
really bad.
Like, really
yeah.
It is really bad.
But then Betty texted and is like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I can't make it all the way to New York. And of course he was drunk so that he got zooted and he left her that mean voicemail that we've heard.
Got zooted.
Yeah, he got zooted.
And then he says he was swallowed up by the dark. Is this a metaphor? No, he fell in a sinkhole.
What the fuck? What?
Okay.
Hey, gang! If there's a sinkhole in New York City, that's like national news.
They make it sound like New York
dude.
just has these little sinkholes all the time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't. Oh my God, that
Yeah,
happens
and
like all the time.
Coincidentally, these sinkholes open up vast underground worlds
With Mothman and also
That are-
Well,
in them.
now
that
we'll
are
get there.
like
Okay.
they're all structurally stable and cause no damage to any surrounding
Yeah.
buildings.
They have stuff down there that
You
the
just-
city forgot about, like albino alligators and hobo camps.
Just live underground.
He says that he
Holy shit.
blacked out and he came to in the hospital, and Jess told him he was out for a few days. And then he and Jess just kept drinking, and then he came to Riverdale to stop those bad behaviors, and then he kept drinking and taking shrooms, and he hit rock bottom, and he ended up on Skid Row. This is all shit that we know.
Yep.
So then he went back to get his hospital records, and when he went to New York and got his hospital records, by the way, you can have those emailed to you.
Yeah, you don't have to go to places.
No,
To,
it's
like,
fine.
get those.
There's doctor portals and stuff.
Real actual portals. Is what we're talking
Yeah.
about. Because magic and hell are real in this.
Yeah.
Well,
he went
they're-
got his
they're not
hospital
yet.
records.
Oh right, sorry.
Next season, they are.
Next season, yeah.
The hospital records indicated that he had rabies.
Huh.
Hey,
Which
hey,
you
gang!
really don't come back from.
By
do
the
you?
time, by
don't
the time
don't get
you're
rabies.
diagnosably,
It will kill you.
Yeah, by the time you diagnosably have rabies, it is almost assuredly too soon.
Yeah.
It is possible they were concerned about rabies and they gave him the treatment of like several incredibly expensive injections.
Yeah.
Yeah, rabies is if you have rabies, you probably die from it. Like, do not get rabies.
The
Yeah.
the
really
most effective way to treat rabies is actually incredibly ineffective, and it is to put you in a coma, treat the symptoms as they arise, and to hope you don't die.
Don't. Yep.
But anyway,
Yeah, related. Hey, if you see a stray cat outside, do not go near it. That fucker might kill you.
No, but it's so cute, and I just want to pet it, Jim.
Yeah.
Come on.
you could also, I mean, also fleas, etc.
Yeah, fleas are. Ugh. Fleas you'll also die from.
Yeah.
They're like more of like annoyance than anything.
I did listen one of the episodes of This American Life that has like really stuck with me that I listened to a long time ago is a story about this woman who was attacked by a rabid raccoon just like walking through the woods to her house.
Oh no.
And she had felt like very safe in the woods around her house until this happened. But then also because she lived in the middle of nowhere, the work that it took her to get the shots you have to get
Yeah.
was really intense.
Damn.
Anyway, Jughead was like, well, I should go find Jess and ask her about I had rabies.
Hey, wait, hold on.
Apparently, he showed up at the hospital ranting about a rat king who was a man who lived under the streets of New York City because he fell down this sinkhole, and once he fell down the sinkhole, he just made himself a little bed like a smart little man.
Yeah, why not?
God
And then
damn
he
it.
was laying on his little bed at the bottom of the little sinkhole, like a smart little man. And then a mole man's rat king with big red eye goggles and a tin can crown shows up. This character is played by his agent, same actor.
Oh, sick.
And
I love that.
Yeah, little
King,
Yellow Brick Road action.
yeah. Rat King is like, you have nothing to offer me. And so, of course, Jughead read him his novel.
I do enjoy the assertion here that Jughead has no fucking clue what's in his novel because he's a shitty garbage writer.
Yeah.
And then he
Like you
needs
are.
the physical book in order to be able to tell any of the stories from it. Even though they are thinly changed, like actual, like his life story. He has no fucking concept of what's in the pages. It's amazing. Just one little bit of this episode where they're like, no, Jughead is actually the dumbest person alive.
Yeah.
It's incredible. This whole section. Like, the Betty thing was infuriating for a wide variety of reasons. The Jughead one is just so Jughead. It's just so Jughead. On a scale of so Jughead to
only-
not Jughead at all.
That's so joke.
That's so Jughead.
Extremely Raven.
That's, I think, the most Raven.
The only thing that makes any sense to me with this episode is that all of these stories that Cheryl is telling Minerva so that Minerva will have sex with her again are just made up bullshit that Cheryl came up with whole cloth and didn't actually be told any of it. But the episode itself is presenting this as all real things that happened to these characters.
Yeah. I was like, we gotta
And-
move the
and
plot
that
forward.
is-
Here's what people have been doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the only way any of this makes sense is if it's all made up. But it's just not. They're telling us this is what actually happened, and that sucks.
Yep.
Like, but will they ever go back to any of these events?
No, of course not.
No, they will not. We will never learn the results of Dr. Curdle Jr.'s autopsy.
I don't know.
Never.
We might.
Of course not.
Never.
We might.
Who knows?
Right. So Jughead reads the Rat King his book, and the Rat King, of course, loves it. He loves it.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God.
The Rat King says unto Jughead, "Stay down here with me.
Like
You're a
forever.
born storyteller. I love it. I love everything you do. You're such a gifted writer. I do have to go like set up a place for you, so you hang out here on your nice little man bed at the bottom of the sinkhole, and I'm gonna come get you tomorrow. Everything's gonna be ready then. Okay, so like hang out here, buddy." And Jughead's like, "Yeah, that sounds great." So he takes a little
Wow.
nap on his little man bed at the bottom of the sinkhole, and
Wow.
while he is having that nap,
This is like
At the bottom of his sinkhole for guys that are cool and totally not hallucinating and good and cool.
yeah, cool
yeah,
and finding good and
for
not
guys
hallucinating.
who are good, cool and good and fine and sober and fine and good.
Yeah.
And not
This is
hallucinating.
like that thing where it's like there's a tree in the there's a swamp with a tree with a with a lump
There's a hole
with
in the
a
middle. Of
frog
the
on
tree.
it.
There's a hole. There's a hole.
Yep.
There's a hole in the middle of the tree.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
there's a
is
log, right?
Very
There's
much
a bump
that.
on the log, on the hole.
Bump on the log, and then there's
Yeah.
a frog on the bump on the log
Frog
in
on
the
the log,
tree
yeah.
in the swamp. Like it just keeps on getting.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I love it.
There's like a wart on the frog on the bump on the log in the
Oh
swamp. It
yeah,
just-
and then there's like a fly
yeah.
on the wart, on the frog, on the bump, on the log, in the hole.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts, but it feels like there's a Jughead on a cot in a sinkhole in New York City. Like it gets way too granular, and it's wild.
And while he's having his nap, he dreams of Betty. She's all dressed in white, and she shows up, and she's like, Jughead, the city floods the sewer every 2 weeks. You got to get out of here. And she leads
Jesus
Jughead
Christ.
out to a back alley in the East Village. And then Jughead
Wow.
says out loud, Betty saved me in the darkness. You know what? And I think what could really save Jughead is Archie's dick, because that's a window in the night. So
That is-
it seems
yeah.
like
It's been
Yeah.
confirmed that Archie's dick is the window in the dark or
Jughead
whatever.
and Archie
Yeah,
should hook up. It would save him.
Yes, we could finally see the Jughead and Archie kiss that we've
I
been wanting.
need you to remember that everything I just told you that Jughead said, he told to a room full of alcoholics coming together for group therapy.
That is too much lore.
Yeah.
That
I
is-
don't.
That is an
I've-
unnecessary lore dump.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I've never been to an AA meeting because I don't feel that I would need one. I've never really had an alcohol problem. But I'm pretty sure if you started talking some bullshit like that at an AA meeting, the person in charge would be like, "Hey, how about you chill? We can let someone else have the floor and have some coffee and just chill."
Maybe, maybe take some deep breaths.
And then after the class, maybe you're asked not to return.
Yeah.
Like, hey, just don't come back. You need help that we here cannot provide.
Yeah, maybe like professional.
Yeah. Nobody needs
yeah.
to be your sponsor if this is the absolute nonsense you're slinging when your mouth opens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely need like professional medical assistance and probably medication.
Yeah.
It's beyond the scope of our group, is what I'm trying to say here.
For sure.
We
And so-
cannot provide the help that you require.
The leader of the group does say, okay, man, how much of that was true? Great question. Thank you so much for asking. After Jughead talked to Jess about, hey, this paperwork says I had rabies, he
Yeah.
wanted to go back to, and I quote, the physical site of the trauma. So
What
he
the fuck?
pried open a sewer grate,
What?
climbed on down,
Oh my god.
found a copy
Oh,
of his book.
because the sinkhole had been repaired.
Yes,
Of
he
course.
does say the sinkhole had been repaired.
Yeah, like how sinkholes are.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, you can't leave them just open. Then everybody's going to go down and hang out with the Rat King.
And you can't have that. The Rat King is too cool
Yeah,
And real.
and
it's
real.
so
for
totally
sure.
real. Anyway, he found a copy of his book down there with the story of the Rat King scribbled in it. And that was a story that he made up to cover up how alone he was because no one missed him at his book launch party. You don't know that. You weren't there.
Yeah.
And he's dealing
Damn,
with the
dude.
wreckage of his life, and he needs to get his drinking under control. And so it's also reviewed that, like, he woke up, like, he fell down, he probably bonked his little noggin.
Oh.
He woke
Little
up,
Jughead noggin.
and he couldn't even scream because he was just covered in rats. And so that's how he got rabies.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
And so that was his real first rock bottom. And so now he's dealing
Yeah,
with
rat
that
bottom.
and getting his rat bottom girls. You make
Rat bottom girls.
Bottom girls.
You make the Riverdale go round.
So
Damn.
Jughead's being sober now.
Jughead is reformed.
Thank you, Freddie Mercury.
Thank you so
for
much,
so
Freddie
much.
Mercury. For just
Really.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're back to Cheryl and Minerva. We're done. We're done with Jughead's story. Thank God.
Thank Christ.
Thanks, science.
There is also a painting Cheryl made of Minerva and Cheryl as Psyche revived by Cupid's kiss.
What?
And Cheryl once again says, I wasn't going to sacrifice you.
Because I want to
and-
sleep with you instead.
Minerva
Yeah.
says, I have to leave the country tomorrow.
Jesus.
Yeah, really the only way any of these stories make sense is if you look at it as Cheryl painted 4 absolutely bonkers paintings to get Minerva to fuck her again.
Yeah. That's
And that is
crazy.
like the most Cheryl way to get some sex.
Yeah, wow.
and somehow
She
it
put
works.
in, like,
Why does it work?
80 hours of work for that.
Does she know you can just
Nuts.
text you up at like
Yeah.
anytime after 11?
WYD.
WID, man. It's 3 letters
Yeah.
and a question mark.
If you're really trying to make an emotional connection, HYD, you know? Tell me
Yeah.
about your feelings, little lady.
IDK, my
Howdy there.
BFF Jill.
Howdy there, little lady.
But while Minerva does have to leave the country tomorrow, that does still leave them with tonight.
Wow. So it
And that's
worked?
the end. Riverdale. We did it.
Wow. Really? Holy
Yep.
shit. Wait, did I just completely miss a Veronica thing? Or
No,
did
there
they
was
not-
no
Veronica's
Veronica.
not in this episode.
Wow.
She was just busy doing financial crimes, but that's very standard
Yeah.
for her.
Holy shit, gang. The big 3.
I mean, I have to assume the next Veronica beat is going to be like, oh no, should I get back with Reg?
Ah, shit. Should I start fucking Reg again? But I'm
Yeah.
already fucking Archie now. Such a CW set of problems. Well, dang, gang. Thanks for listening this week. It's what a weirdly bad episode of television.
Yeah,
this was.
I
This was
feel
so
like
wild.
We're getting close enough to the end. Is it time to make some wild swings at like what's gonna happen at the end of the season? I put up the one.
Got
I'm
to get into the Mole Men Mothman situation.
Yeah, I
Like,
think there's definitely gonna be Mole and or Mothman.
I took the wild
For
swing
sure.
earlier that Betty is absolutely going to be a real FBI agent by the end of the season.
I feel like Archie becomes mayor, maybe.
Oh, I like Mayor Archie.
He's had so many jobs already, you know?
Who do we think is going to kill Chad? Because there is no way Chad survives this season.
Oh, yeah. I think it's, I honestly think it's Veronica and a blind rage.
You think it's Veronica?
I do think so. Because, you know.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And if it's not Veronica, it's like,
Like, there's definitely no way Chad survives. Does Hiram survive? And if not, who kills him?
oh, I think Hiram does survive
Hiram
because he's a
survives.
fucking slimy
Yeah.
ass bitch.
Because this
But-
is after Hiram's appearance in Katie Keene.
Yeah, so he does survive.
So he doesn't have to survive because this is 2 years after his appearance in that show.
Oh.
No, he's healed.
'Cause-
He
Because
No,
that
he's
show was 5 years after
To
the last
wellness.
season of Riverdale, so that is 2 years before this season. So he doesn't have that armor of he exists further down in the plot line. Like he
Interesting.
can die by the end of this season, and it won't fuck up their
No, but I think
timeline.
that honestly they don't want Hiram to die because he keeps bringing cool and unique problems to Riverdale. You
Yeah,
know what
but-
I mean?
but
he's always a
does-
thorn in somebody's side.
Does
Like,
Mark Consuelos want to be on the show anymore?
of course not.
doesn't matter.
But like, what else has he got going on?
Hiram
you know?
is the big bad.
Hiram is like, yeah. That's just how it works.
Until
we don't-
the time.
Oh,
Is
shit. We
Hiram
don't-
a moth or moleman?
I
we
think
don't-
that
We don't think
honestly-
that Veronica will be the ultra crime boss of New York and Riverdale by the end of the season, because that's my prediction.
I think that Hiram. I want to revisit something that we touched on very briefly. Hiram is a Mothman who is trying to rebuild his ship with palladium. Either the ship is made out of palladium,
He needs
or
it.
it's powered
He
by
needs
palladium.
it to get home. I love this. Yeah, that
or
sounds
that
right.
Mothman eat it like a spice thing, you know, to travel in space.
It's so stupid that it could be correct.
It could be correct.
Yeah.
There is definitely a scene.
Here's really the big thing. Do you think they're done being in the school? Because none of them are doing their
No.
teaching jobs anymore.
I mean, never. They will never get rid of that school set ever. They're gonna find a way.
You know what I mean? Archie's a mining now. He's got the Bruiser studs down under.
Yeah.
Kevin is doing arts and crafts at Sticky Christianity.
Yeah.
Veronica has her very poorly named business Pearls and Posh. And Betty is just doing crimes and being Coyote Ugly.
Yeah. There's a lot of, like, making up that has to happen. I feel like the only way it does happen is if, on top of everything else, Archie is mayor so he can pardon all the shit that Betty did.
Okay, so we got Mayor Archie. We've got real FBI agent Betty.
Sure.
We have maybe Ultra Crime Lord Veronica. Does anybody else have a different Veronica path?
No, I think that it's either Ultra Crime Lord or maybe like... no, I think that's the... Weirdly, that's the best we got for Veronica.
Yeah. What is Jughead gonna end up?
Just like an accountant. He's been through enough.
Is he gonna find out that he's like actually
Jughead
a good writer if he's not high?
He's gonna get kidnapped by a men's moth or mole. TBD.
Either moth or mole. Yeah.
He's gonna write about it, and that's gonna be his next breakout book.
Wait,
because he
hold
can't
on.
do fiction.
No good.
Yeah,
he can't do fiction.
He can't write an original story.
What if though, he finds out he has like omniscient powers and everything that he writes comes true? So there is a Rat King in New York City, and all of his writing's bad because it's real life and it's not fiction.
I love this.
Is Polly alive or dead?
Polly is totally dead.
She's so alive.
No, really?
I hope
so
she's dead.
Alive. She's been.
But
she's been
feel
taken
like you're
away
right.
to the Mothman's great underground cavern in the sky spaceship, and she's just hanging out up there.
Yeah, she's just chilling with Muffins.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're eating waffles, and they're having a nice time.
Jesus. All right.
Cheryl, successful Palladium business.
Well, that's
still
the big conflict.
Into Sap
again.
Jesus.
That's like the big CGI fight, right? Is that Hiram's the Mothman trying to get the Palladium, and then Cheryl gets powers from the Palladium, and then they clash.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, I don't really have a Cheryl prediction either.
Cheryl.
Well, okay, so Cheryl has to make money, and the conflict. Maybe there's like a. Remember when she was doing art crimes?
Maybe she's just.
She's
That's the whole like idea of this episode is that she's gonna sell these paintings.
Yeah, she's over
as real
Tabitha
art
now.
and not crime art. But that's crazy because who would buy any of these shit ass paintings?
Yeah, I can't see where this is going aside from the whole gang must get together and do something about the supernatural.
Yeah.
I genuinely like
powers?
I can make
I don't know.
jokes all day long, but I can't make a good prediction because I can't see where this is going.
Yeah,
Yeah, I cannot also like it's Jesus. I made some outlandish shit because like
Wait, we've talked about this, right? They got to go into
What?
those caves and go back in time.
Oh shit, they go back in time in the caves.
We
Palladium's
did predict
for a
that,
time
and
heist.
they got to do a time heist.
The Palladium does time travel shit. You build a doorway
For
sure.
sure.
Palladium.
Yeah.
And it takes you back.
What
to
happens
the
to the human physically if you do too many time heists is your eyes get real big and they glow red, and sometimes you get
Bro. Oh shit. Time Mothman? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Multiple timelines, Mothman, like an evil Flash type shit. Damn, that's dope.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
we've got 5 episodes of the season left. Do they find the trash bag killer this season, or is that carry over to next season?
There's just so much. Like, I don't know, unless the trash bag killer is a man, moth or
Yeah.
mole.
Moth or mole.
Or
I don't know.
one of the members of not Martin's family.
Oh yeah, okay. So there probably is like a gang of killers.
Yeah, there's.
It's not Martin's family. And
I love that his name is not Martin.
It's not
yeah,
Martin.
that's what his name is.
It's the one thing we know about him.
One thing we know
Spectacular.
about him for sure is his name
That
is
he's
not Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's too much happening. This is the thing. This is why that Hiram episode irritated me so bad.
Yeah.
We don't have
Yeah,
time.
Paint the
Yeah,
picture of how
don't have time for that bullshit.
Palladium was.
Will we see the twins again? And if so, how old will they be the next time we see
Yes,
them?
once 16.
I was gonna say like 34. Like they're just fully grown adults.
16. I love that answer.
No, yeah, 16 is good.
Because of time travel? Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to
Yep.
be going to their junior prom.
Yeah. Stupid Juniper's still answering the stupid door without permission and letting psychopaths inside because she can't just sit still.
Yep. Can't have that.
Phoebus.
Wow. Well, these have been our predictions. Hopefully one of them comes true. I
Time
hope it's
heist.
Mom's.
Time heist. Time
Time
heist.
heist. Yeah. I hope that it's time heists and that too much time travel makes you a Mothman.
That would
Please, for the love of God, I want that to be true so badly.
that would be fine.
That's why the movie
Anyway.
Loop had to end when it did, because if they kept doing time travel, they would have all
would've
moved
turned
to
to
West
Mothmans.
Virginia and been Mothmans.
Mountain Mama. Yeah. You gotta not do so much time travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening this week, everybody. It's been a blast. There were vignettes. They were bad. They were so bad. It was Archie and Jughead and Betty.
I didn't really speak about the quality of the paintings, Matthew, but I really am excited for you to see them.
They are
I'm
so
assuming
bad.
I'm assuming they're done in crayon and look like they've been like you know how kids just really like white
Get
knuckle
in
a
there?
crayon. Yeah. They like
That's why they snap in half.
Exactly. But it's at that point right before and it's like a lot of hard strokes.
I mean, this was 2021, so it's before like your Mid-Journey bullshit started to happen. But man, does it look like Mid-Journey bullshit?
Wow. Well, they got obviously, the CW had access to the AI before
And
the public.
it's sad because like I know a human person painted these
Yeah.
and like worked hard on them.
Or at least did some
But-
Photoshop.
The
you
art
know?
department.
But man,
Yeah.
you can see that they were on a deadline. I think is
Yikes.
the kindest
Well-
way that we can put it.
All right. Am I gonna want all three of them in my house at once? Kinda, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. At least that Jughead
At-
one with the rats.
I love a
Yeah,
focal, I love a focal point, you know?
At least
Yeah.
the Jughead one and the one of Cheryl and Minerva fucking.
Yeah. Oh, there's 4. Right. There's the last.
The one of Cheryl and Minerva, honestly, is such a mood.
Well, now we really have to get through this shit so I can watch it. So yeah.
Oh, somebody did Google a little because they mention or they played Hades maybe around this time because they mentioned like Psyche reviving Cupid with a kiss
Yeah.
and Jughead mentions Orpheus and Eurydice escaping Hades
Oh.
together.
That makes sense.
So like
Yeah, that is a
somebody
little reference.
probably played Hades around this time. They definitely
Alright.
didn't Google those things
No, of course not.
because that.
Well, shit. Look at all this coming together.
Hmm.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening yet again. We know that it's a lot to get through. But yeah, hit us up on the internet or via email. Probably via email. Honestly, we're not on the internet. We're at Riverdale Runs on Blue Sky and Twitter, and Riverdale_runs on Instagram, and then our email is arrtipod@gmail.com. It's ARRTIPOD @gmail.com. It's our initials. And our intro and outro song is White Passenger. Nope. Smooth Passenger by White Bones.
So close.
Smooth Passenger, White Bones. Go check them out if you like jazz. And I think that's it. Oh, I got to work on Fancy School Horses and Bad News Bulldogs crew necks.
Oh, yeah.
I got to work on that and put that on the bonfire, and we're going to do some sort of thing, fundraiser that it'll go to.
I think last week we talked about World Central Kitchen.
Yeah, probably World Central Kitchen.
If there was a way to donate to the orcas who keep sinking yachts, like motherfucker,
Whatever.
just absolute champions. It happened again,
Yes.
like yesterday, which is, man,
I mean, hey, man.
chef's kiss.
I am now believing in Aquaman and that he exists because who else is sending
And
these
he's
orcas?
he's so petty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his name's Arthur Curry. I feel like he's gonna be petty. So, have a great week. Find joy where you can. try to find some palladium and see if it does time travel for you. And then
and don't get rabies or
don't
carbon
fuck
monoxide poisoning.
real.
Those are both really
don't
bad.
fuck in a cave or by rats.
Or because someone painted a weird picture of you. And
Or
them
because
fucking.
somebody painted weird pictures and one of them's of you. And
I
then
don't know
kissing.
about that. It's kind of a move, It's a lot of
That's
effort.
nuts.
Yeah,
God,
That's
it's
a lot
nuts.
of work.
Well,
The
yeah,
dedication.
you're not wrong. That is
All
that is a
right.
lot
That's a
of
lot
work.
of thinking about you.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't fuck in a cave or by rats, but you
Maybe-
can fuck
When
by
it
a
comes
Maybe
to
do
hand
fuck
painting-
someone who painted 4 paintings
When it comes
to
to the
get you to
painting,
fuck
I'm saying,
them.
read the room,
Read the room.
Yeah.
Look at the paintings.
Definitely
I'm not-
weigh
I'm not
Weigh
I'm
some
not
things.
writing it
Oh my
off,
God.
but I'm not
Oh my
saying
God.
absolutely.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
I really don't want to go out and say don't fuck painters because painters deserve sex too.